Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Here I am today with a pick a card reading. As you can see, I've got the gold sphere here, I've got the pebbles here and the stone here. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video and choose either, I think on the camera it'll be 1, 2 or 3. So the gold sphere, the pebbles or the stone. If you want to pause the video and make your choice, please do. I'm now just going to move these out the way and begin with this one here, which is number 1. Okay, so we have flirt, deception, prosperity begins in reverse, which is the Ace of Coins, make a decision, the Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Chariot. Okay, so you perhaps can't see them all really clearly, but I will hold them up as we go through. Okay, so here we're talking about pick a card and where your relationship is at and what's going on within your relationship. Okay, so it's interesting that it starts with flirt. I just want to take in the energies a moment because they're just asking me to look at this. Okay. I feel there's a bit of confusion going on here at the moment, and I like the way that the guides have opened with flirt because it says extend your light-hearted energy to others, because whether you are in contact with this person or not, whether you're in a current relationship with this person or not, I feel that there is a real need to be quite light-hearted, to not be too serious about what's going on, because I feel there's a fair amount of there has been a fair amount of confusion. There has been a hard time. You know, you're coming out of a difficult time. And I think that this is interesting because there's been some deception going on. Now on this card it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now this could be you, this could be the other person. This doesn't necessarily mean someone's been lying to you, but there's been some confusion. I can see this with the Tower in reverse. There's something's happened, something has disturbed the equilibrium, something's it could have been a separation, it could be a fight or an argument, but something significant has happened recently and it's kind of made everything confused. And I feel that with this deception card and this flirt card together, it's like it's all got a little bit confused. People are perhaps not necessarily lying, but they're kind of not saying it exactly as it is, or there's been some mix up in communication almost. You know, people aren't really saying what they really mean, and things have all got quite serious, everything's got quite heavy. Now what I do want to do is just jump to this end here, because the final card is the Chariot, and so what they're showing me is the yin and yang here, and the balance. Okay, and the Chariot, whilst there are still some bumps along the road and perhaps things may go have to be approached slightly differently than you had anticipated, the Chariot is about movement. It is moving forwards. It is about gaining balance. So even though things have been difficult, you are moving towards this. You know, you are coming out of this time of difficulty and you're moving forwards. Okay, so I don't want you to worry about the fact that it's all so confused, because you are ultimately going to be moving forwards. But in order to do that, they're saying you really do need to kind of get into this slightly more light-hearted nature. Whether it's with the person or just on your own, it's just kind of lightening up your energy. Because there is a bit of a block here. We've got the Ace of Coins in reverse. You know, this is an opportunity to have some sort of prosperity or some sort of movement forwards in the physical. And what they're saying is this is possible for this to turn around and for this seed to grow and for abundance to come. But at the minute, it's kind of blocked, and that's because there's been such a lot of stuff going on. And this is interesting because it says make a decision. So I think for one or both of you, there is an element of that this confusion and what have you and this perhaps to do with the deception as well, that there is a sense that someone needs to make a decision, make a change, do something. So it says feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So there's something about, you know, they don't want you to get too heavy and bogged down in the sadness and confusion of it all, but at the same time, and they want you to kind of have that lighter energy, but at the same time there is a need to be kind of quite decisive, okay? I mean, it's interesting because, and that can be one or both of you, okay? But there is a need for someone to make a decision, I can see that. But don't forget, like I said, ultimately, things are going to move forward positively. I feel that this is positive. You know, you're coming out of the difficult period, okay? The Queen of Water in reverse, this is interesting because it says here, relationships develop to a new level, trust your intuition, take care of yourself and others. So there is a need for you to be intuitive, okay? Now with the Queen of Cups, she's kind of very wise, she's very loving, and it's very, very positive. With it being in reverse, it's a little bit like this Ace of Coins in reverse. You know, there is possibility there for loving and understanding and that sort of balance and that sort of positivity, but at the minute you're still recovering from this, okay? So what they're saying is that something significant happened, chaos, a sudden kind of shocking event or situation or vibe or something happened, okay? But that's going now, it's draining away, it's leaving, okay? So this is in the past, this has already happened, okay? And once you can kind of get past that, you're going to find that you start to move forwards, okay? So the main piece of advice they're saying is, you know, if it's you that needs to make this decision, then do so, you know, and listen to your intuition. Be intuitive, because this Queen of Cups is here. This sort of intuitive, emotional, watery energy is there, but it's in the reverse position. So you do kind of need to allow that through, and just don't be too heavy about it, you know. Allow yourself to be quite light-hearted about it. And they are saying that if you are still, just as a final message, they're saying if you are still wearing this false mask, you really do need to take that away, because that is going to cause you you're just going to keep going around and repeating the cycle. So, you know, if you want to let this go, you know, you do need to be authentic and honest, okay? So that is group number one. Moving on to group number two. Okay, so the Pebbles. I think that's group number two. I hope so. Right, let's see what we've got here. We have You Deserve Love. Oh, that's beautiful. True Love. Amazing. These might not be in quite the same order if you've watched the other one. Moving on. It's nice. Simplify Your Life. I like that. These all go beautifully together. Ace of Earth. That's interesting because we had the Ace of Earth in the other one as well. Justice and the Two of Wands. Okay, this is really positive for your relationship, okay? So I do feel like this is a real sign that things are improving and that things are really good. So either you're moving into a time of things being really positive, or, you know, you're checking in on a relationship that is already going really, really well. It's interesting though that we just start with this You Deserve Love, you are lovable, because that does, all of these cards really suggest that things are going really well. But there's clearly some element of insecurity, or feeling like you're perhaps not good enough, or that there is some sense of inadequacy in the relationship, whether it's you or the partner. But there's definitely something going on here, and this is kind of like a shared vibe. They're saying it's kind of like, it may be kind of circling between you, you know, this sort of sense of inadequacy and this sense of not really feeling completely lovable. And I can see why, and I'm just going to jump to this card here, because we've got the Six of Swords here. Somebody, one or both of you, has experienced some real heartache and some pain. You know, this is you here, or your partner, coming out of the shadow into the light. this is all about taking that journey of healing, moving into a healing period. And this can actually be about travel as well. So this can be that one or both of you is involved in travel, or you're taking a trip, or it can be about traveling towards each other. But, you know, there is a sense that you've both kind of, one or both of you has experienced some quite difficult shadow times in recent times, and this is about moving into something more positive. So I'm going to leave those together because that's what they're speaking of. So, you know, if this is you, just do your affirmations, your meditations, or whatever it is that you need to do to know that you are really and truly lovable, you know, and believe in that, and really embrace that. And if it's for your partner, then of course you can do what you can to affirm that as well, and help to support them in that. But what it does say is that this is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So this is, if you're looking for an affirmation about this situation, then they're saying this is a true love. This really is the real deal. Okay, so moving forward in terms of this real deal situation, and if you are encountering any problems or any difficulties, and you want to know how to improve it, they are asking you to simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So this is really interesting because I think this is something that's massively overlooked. I definitely feel that this is very significant. It's been very significant for me in the past, that if you want to have an uncluttered and flowing anything, relationship, work life, you need to look at all the aspects of your life. So if other parts of your life are complicated, confused and cluttered, then so will be your, or there is a potential for it to, the energetics to affect your relationship. Not necessarily, but it can do. So be aware of simplifying your life. We've got the Ace of Earth, so I think that I like this because it's a beginning. It's, sorry, the lights just shone on that then. The Ace of Earth is a new beginning for me. It says the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. However, with this being a love reading, to me this is a physical new start. So it doesn't mean it's a new relationship, but it is the beginning of a cycle. So if you have been having any difficulty or any issues at all, then this really is about things really kind of improving. And I see that as well with the Two of Wands here, because this is really about partnership. This is about the meeting of minds and things going really well, to be honest. But you do need to think positive with this, you know, because, and that, I feel that here. It's like, you know, there's a new cycle, and whether things have been a little bit difficult, you know, with this not feeling lovable, this shadow, there is a possibility that you have been encountering some difficulties together or separately. But what they're saying is that there really is this chance for this new start, and but you do need to think positive. You do need to simplify your life. You do need to think positively about the relationship as well. Know that it's true love. And I like this card, and as the last card for this for this group is the Justice card. So I like this because it's saying that you will get a fair and just outcome. So, you know, if there's been any difficulty, if there's been any confusion, you know, she will sort this out for you. Justice will prevail and will sort the situation out. So on the whole, I feel like you're entering a new cycle where you can really, if you can just make sure that you are feeling lovable and you are allowing yourself to move into that healing period, then you will experience something really positive and fair, and things will go your way. Okay, so that's group number 2. Moving on to group number 3. So we have the stone. Right, so we have forgiving and learning. Worth waiting for. Right, now you got 2 of the John Holland cards. So we've got Material Harvest, which is the 9 of Coins, Third Eye Chakra, Blessed Change, Knight of Earth, Knight of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, and 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is interesting. This is a bit of a mixed bag. I can see there have been some issues. Forgiving and learning, and the Five of Swords in reverse. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So I feel that there's been some issues because we've got the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, it's a funny card, the Five of Swords. There's so many different ways of interpreting it. But because we've got this and the worth waiting for, blessed change, because of the different cards here, and then you've got a lot of positive cards here. Not that these aren't positive. I'm just saying there's a lot of abundance, but there's also a fair bit of kind of challenge mentioned, and a kind of a suggestion that there needs to be some sort of change. You need to be a bit intuitive, and then abundance will come. It's kind of got that vibe to it. So, but anyway, like I was saying about the Five of Swords, it's an interesting card, really, the Five of Swords, because it has many interpretations. It's a card with a lot of depth, I feel, for a minor arcana. But for me in this one, it's like challenge. It's like this sense of no one winning, you know, this sense that it doesn't matter what I do, I can't really win. It's a sense of difficulty. Okay, that's how what's coming through. They're saying it's difficulty. And there's a sense that the difficulty, it's the last card here, the difficulty, the majority of the difficulty is over. The difficult period is ending. You know, whatever has been challenging you in the relationship, that cycle is coming to an end. But you do need to forgive and learn from it. So release and heal the past, you know, so you do need to do that. You do need to do that. And they're saying that the waiting is somewhat to do with the healing, the learning, and the letting go. So divine timing is at work in your love life. So they're saying this is true. You know, this is true. There is a divine timing. However, they're saying it's more the fact that worth waiting for. You have more power in this than you realise. Okay, because if you can do that healing work, you will find that things move along. So there may be a sense that things have maybe come to a bit of a sticking point because of this conflict, which is now over. Now, this could have been a fight or an issue or some sort of problem. I don't really sense that it's involving anybody else. I don't really get that. But it could have been. But there is a sense that there's been some sort of issue. You need to forgive, learn, move on. I'm going to bit and bob around through the cards here because that's, you know, that's the way that they're talking about them, and that's the way it kind of goes in this reading. I generally read them across, but not today. Blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. So with regards to this relationship, I mean, it can be a life change, but this is with this reading in mind, that something is going to change or something has changed. I get the feeling with the abundance and stuff, it's kind of on the cusp. For some of you, the change will have already happened. For some of you, you're waiting for the change to happen. If you are waiting for the change to happen and you can't seem to make the change happen, be intuitive, third eye chakra. Yeah, you need to listen to your intuition. You need to be guided by your intuition. Okay, and it's quite, you know, with this forgiveness and what have you as well, and the third eye chakra, you do need to really kind of tap into that sort of spiritual side of yourself and that spiritual depth to allow this situation to resolve, okay? I feel that that's really quite important, you know. I think if there are any issues, I feel there may be some issues. This Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honourable, kind. They said to me when I was saying about the issues that have been going on, there may be some questions about whether someone's trustworthy. Okay, this Knight of Earth says, is this person trustworthy? The Knight of Earth is very trustworthy. However, the Knight of Earth does have a bit of a hidden temper as well. So this may have been what's caused the problem. There may have been that this person is very stable. They're very... like it says, loyal, dedicated, honourable and kind. But then, you know, when they do go, they go. You know, and they have a temper. So this could have been a contributing factor in the situation you find yourself in now. Okay. However, you know, this person, if you are inquiring about your significant other and you're saying, is this person trustworthy? It can be male or female. You know, they're saying this person is trustworthy, okay? However, they're also saying, listen to your intuition, because of course, this is a general reading. And even if it's not a general reading, it's not right 100% of the time. So they're saying always trust your intuition. Your intuition trumps everything, you know? So if you have doubts, tune into your intuition, but you do need to let go of the baggage, the pain and the struggle and the suffering. You know, you need to forgive, because if not, you're going to really struggle to hear your intuition if you are stressing out, okay? But I love this because we've got the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles here. And again, this is really a positive omen with this material abundance, the Nine of Coins, because both of these speak of, you know, getting a harvest in, things turning out well. You know, the Queen of Coins can really represent sort of things coming to fruition, opulence, things working out, okay? But again, the Queen of Coins, she's very intuitive and she knows what's what. And they're asking you to really become this Queen of Pentacles in the situation and to know, to use your intuition to discern what's going on. But the omens are all really good because you've got this blessed change that leads to material harvest, so like abundance, and this Queen of Pentacles. And as I said, whatever the difficult situation was that you were going through, it is in the past, it's draining away, it's leaving the situation, so you can be really confident that things are going to change for the better now, and that you can have faith in the situation. Guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next reading.